Hope everyone is doing well today. I'm going to do a video on Andrew Cuomo. I haven't done a video on Cuomo for a while now, the governor of New York, who at one point in time seemed like he was on his way out. But as the Democrats always do, they rally around their own, they circle the wagon, and they protect their own. And sure enough, Andrew Cuomo is still governor of New York. And not only is he governor of New York, but he's about to become 5 million USD richer, $5 million richer. This is after he had I believe eight sexual assault charges thrown at him. And this is after he had the very serious charges, and I believe there still is an investigation, but very serious charges that he mismanaged the nursing home situation during the coup and the pandemic in New York City. And many people believe that he mismanaged that situation deliberately in order to enrich himself and his donors. And this led to thousands of deaths in those New York City nursing homes. I believe the last estimate that I read was 15,000 deaths because of Andrew Cuomo's complete mismanagement of the situation, or maybe deliberate mismanagement of the situation. Anyway, guys, real quick, here is a meme of the day, a cartoon of the day, and it's loosely tied to Andrew Cuomo's brother, Chris Cuomo, who has a show on CNN, on fake news CNN, directly after Don Lemon's show. Now, Don Lemon announced that he would his show would be canceled, would be stopping last week, but Don Lemon was not leaving the station. What's happening is that Don Lemon's show on CNN is just being renamed and rebranded. That's it. So Don Lemon, CNN Tonight with Don Lemon is now going to be called Don Lemon Tonight. I wonder if anyone even cares. Those people that watch fake news CNN, maybe. But anyway, here's the cartoon here. It says, CNN Tonight with Don Lemon will now be called Don Lemon Tonight. And the guy sitting next to his wife over there on the sofa says, "Who's Don Lemon?" And he's reading a business newspaper which says CNN ratings continue to plummet. Yeah, CNN ratings are absolutely in the freaking trash. In the trash. But that's a funny cartoon. Who's Don Lemon? Yeah. I think with as the years go by, many more people will be asking that very question. So let's get to the main story here. This comes from Zero Hedge, which says Cuomo to bag $5.1 million for pandemic leadership book. New York Mayor Andrew Cuomo will receive 5 times more, 5.1 million for his memoir detailing his leadership during the coup, according to NYT, the New York Times. In addition to earning $3.12 million last year, state officials announced on Monday that his contract for the book also include another $2 million to be paid over the next 2 years, dwarfing the governor's salary of $225,000. The disclosure is a slap in the face to the New York families who lost loved ones due to Cuomo's nursing home debacle. In the videos I've done in the past on this, I stated that the reason there was so much protection in and around Andrew Cuomo, whether it was the sexual assault allegations or his mismanagement of the pandemic, was because at that time in 2020, the Democrats needed to prop up Andrew Cuomo as a kind of anti-Trump figure. In other words, as they were painting the picture that U.S. President Trump was mishandling the coup, which is what they wanted. That's the picture they wanted to paint going into the elections. They wanted to paint a picture of an Andrew Cuomo in New York, the state where Trump is associated, where the Trump Tower and all this stuff, the Trump brand is associated, a Governor Cuomo that was handling the coup properly, and he was a real leader. And he was doing everything in his power to show leadership and to get New York through the crisis. So the media and the Democrats working together, and big tech, they wanted to knock down Trump and the way he was handling the pandemic. And they wanted to say, look at the way Trump is doing it. Now look at how Andrew Cuomo is doing it. He's a hero. Pure marketing, pure freaking propaganda and marketing. And it worked. And it worked. And they painted Cuomo as the leader that Trump wasn't. That was the picture they wanted to paint, and that's the picture that they successfully painted. Cuomo writes a book because he has to benefit from this as well. He makes $5 million on that book. What's that $5 million, guys? Let me tell you what that $5 million was. Payoff. It's a payoff. I wonder who actually read his book. I doubt that book sold 1,000 copies. I seriously doubt it. But it's a payoff. So the Democrat machine and the media machine goes to his book publisher. They pay the book publisher. The book publisher pays Cuomo. Job well done. Here's your money. There you go. That's what it is. That's how corruption is done. The U.S. is it's pretty incredible. The U.S. It's the one country that has found a way to legalize and legitimize corruption by having all these payoffs from book deals and movie deals, sitting on the board of companies, Netflix deals like Obama's, like the Obamas got 80 million for that, or Susan Rice sitting on the board of Netflix, or sitting on the board of military companies. The U.S. has found a way to pay off all the politicians, all the corrupt politicians on the back end. Once they do the job that they've been commissioned to do and they've been ordered to do, then they pay them off with some sort of board director seat, book deal, movie deal, or something like that. Production company like Michelle and Barack Obama. It's really incredible. Other countries, they just give the kickback right away. Here it is. You want to purchase arms and weapons? Okay, buy from us. Here's your money. Here's your kickback. Now go away. The U.S. has created a whole interesting industry for industry to legitimize this corruption. An industry to legitimize the corruption. It's quite interesting. So from what I hear, from what I'm reading here, the FBI is still investigating Cuomo. Cuomo's mishandling of the crisis has sparked investigations by the FBI and the Eastern District of New York Attorney's Office, according to the New York Post. Meanwhile, the State Attorney General's office has launched a probe into Cuomo's alleged use of government staff to help produce the book. My feeling is that these investigations will go nowhere. These FBI investigations will go nowhere. Yeah. State officials now say more than 15,000 residents of nursing homes and other long-term care facilities were confirmed or presumed to have died from the coup since March of last year, counting both those who died in long-term facilities and those who died later in hospitals. The figure is about 50% higher than earlier official death tolls, according to the Wall Street Journal. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Cuomo's office claims that the governor donated a third of his net book profit of $1.54 million to the United Way of New York State for coup relief and vax efforts, and that the remainder would be kept in equal amounts in a trust for his 3 daughters. His 2020 total adjusted gross income was $3.59 million. There you have it, guys. This is how corruption is done in the USA. This is how it's done. That's the video, everybody. Leaves me a little shocked. After all is said and done, all the sexual assault allegations from many credible women, I have to say, it seemed very credible. None of this Kavanaugh 30 years ago stuff. You had all those allegations. You had 15,000 nursing home deaths. And when all is said and done, he makes out with $5 million. Wow. Guys, look for my channel. Look for Alexander's channel. Look for the Duran, our main channel, on Odyssey, BitChute, SuperU, the new free speech video platform. Check that out, guys. And our locals community, where we are posting exclusive content. I think we've got 3 exclusive videos on there as well to the locals community, as well as to the other free speech video platforms. So please check those platforms out and those Duran channels out, because you're going to get a lot more content than what we're putting up on YouTube. And go to the Duran shop, pick up some merch, 10% off when you use the code REALNEWS. That's the code, 10% off when you use the code REALNEWS. Take care.